Nerd Initiative here. We've got Stephen Gebhardt with RSVLTS, just talking about their amazing brand. So first of all, where did you start? How did you get an idea to start all this?
My business partner John and I went to college together, and way back in the day, we were doing marketing initiatives for different brands. We had a bunch of clients. We were a marketing agency, and I guess at some point we realized that we wanted to start our own brand, use some of the stuff that we learned for our clients like Microsoft and Unilever, and actually apply that to a brand that we have ourselves. So we pivoted, and one summer I wanted to make a shirt that I could wear to the 4th of July, so I put America Pops, Bomb Pops on a shirt with the Statue of Liberty, made it for myself, wore it, and I wore it to a concert and got stopped every 5 feet. Great shirt, and I was like, oh, I think we might be onto something here. Let's learn how to do some product development and do a little marketing, and one thing led to another, and the ball started rolling, and we're here now. It's kind of crazy how that sort of thing happens, right?
Yeah. So you've done a lot of different graphics. You started with the 4th of July shirt.
Yep.
What got you into the franchises?
It was Sandlot. So about 6 years ago, we had a Sandlot shirt that was unlicensed. We just thought we were making a cool shirt, didn't know we needed a license for it. Maybe we were a little naive. And Aaron Judge got one of the shirts and wore it in a post-game press conference, and it just went mega viral. He hit the longest home run of the decade that day, and my friends were texting me, "Oh, did you see that home run?" I was like, "Yeah, it was crazy." And then about 45 minutes later, my phone just started going off the hook, and he was talking to pretty much every sports outlet out there while wearing our Sandlot Hambino shirt. And it was just a revolutionary moment for us. I think it condensed 3 years of marketing into 3 hours. We instantly sold out. It was a huge moment for the brand, but about a week later, Fox came knocking, and they're like, "Oh, you're using our IP without a license. What's going on there? Here's a cease and desist." And I thought my life was over. I almost drove off the road because I think I was just blacked out. And from there, we thought business was over. We got to go get day jobs. But Fox kind of understood how awesome the shirt was, and the way that we were using their IP was kind of unique and different. So, we approached them about potentially getting a license, and they loved it. They actually loved the idea. We had to make good on the shirt and kind of rework things a little bit, but that was a moment, they took a chance on us, kind of believed in the product that we put out, and because of that, we got the license, made it official with the Sandlot, and from there, everything started rolling. Fox led into Disney, led into pretty much everything in sports, entertainment, or pop culture at this point.
Yeah. Getting a cease and desist order is kind of not the way you want to go, and it doesn't always end that way. So that's fantastic. They were able to kind of rebound from it.
Yeah, we made the best out of a weird situation and parlayed that into an amazing business opportunity.
Yeah. So with this, I imagine you've Disney, with Fox properties, everything else. It definitely looks like it's a labor of love for you guys. With being in these conventions, what has been the most rewarding part about doing this, other than the benefit of the business succeeding?
Yeah, the business side of it is nice. I think it exposes us to new people. We run a lot of advertising online, and it's very difficult to convey the quality of our shirts online. The fit, how it stretches. You could wash it 100 times, it won't shrink or fade. It's very difficult to do that online. So, one of my favorite things is actually the changing rack over here. When I see people actually trying the shirt on to get their fit, it's telling me that we're potentially reaching a new person. And these Comic-Con events and all the events that we go to are just great because it's us. You look around, it's people that we would potentially work with. They're designers, they're creative people. All these people are just under one roof. And I just love the events because it's an amazing opportunity to just meet new people that want to wear conversation starting apparel. This is our audience right here. We feel at home when we're at these things.
Yeah. And that's great. Just the rewarding. Seeing obviously the quality is up there, and even you talk about not having a whole lot of exposure with other things, but I know from my own experience, you have your own Facebook groups where people are kind of talking about what they have, and it's kind of a trade thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever expect there to be so much of a following?
Oh my gosh, I always knew when you wear our stuff, oftentimes people will say, "Oh, I love that shirt." It might be a kind of a niche shirt that isn't maybe a smaller product property that we work with, and when people come up to you, it's an instant conversation starter. So I always knew we had that factor, but we started making our social media accounts and making our private Facebook groups and Discords and all that, and I think definitely grew to be beyond just Roosevelt shirts. You know, people have made lifelong friendships on those pages. It's maybe the shirt that gets the people in and gets them kind of talking and hanging out and going to meetups. People will fly across the country to come to our events that are all over the place. You know, they'll go to each other's weddings and bachelor parties. So, you know, maybe the shirt connected the group and the people within the group, but it's the commonalities and taste and, you know, your interests that kind of keep it all together. That's kind of the glue. So we didn't necessarily set out to build this amazing community, but I think it was one of the byproducts of just having something that is so like on point with the various like customers that we have.
Absolutely, and it's a brand recognition that you didn't really expect to have. You think with multi-prints and things like that, it just looks like maybe a Hawaiian shirt or something, but people really do notice it and say, oh, that's a Roosevelt shirt, and you definitely are building a community. Now, with that said, you've done this, you're in these conventions, you're interacting with people that are in the fandoms. What was your nerd origin story? What got you started enjoying this stuff and wanting to do things like the Sandlot shirt and everything else?
I think I've always been a collector. Like, I loved baseball cards growing up, still do. Going to get autographs, you know, watching Derek Jeter come up as a Yankee fan, but like going to the game after and trying to get his autograph outside the stadium. I think I've always been a collector and a baseball fan at heart. And, you know, being able to transition that over with the Sandlot and put things that we actually like onto a piece of apparel and actually wear it, you know, I think that was kind of the origin story for both John and myself. You know, we were collectors, we love pop culture, and we just kind of saw a niche out there where nobody was doing, you know, what we were doing there. And I think, you know, having that, like, upbringing being Yankee fans and just kind of like loving the collecting space, that definitely parlayed itself into the way we kind of run our business, the way we design and grow our kind of like marketing.
And finally, what is one of the things that you're most excited about that's maybe coming down the line that you can share? Or
everything. We're doing a lot of really great stuff. You know, we have, I think one of the most anticipated drops that we may ever have is coming in November, Harry Potter. It's just such an amazing fan base. They're passionate, like Star Wars fans. It's oftentimes maybe a little more contemporary, maybe even a younger fan demo. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm kind of just looking forward to see where we go with these events and, you know, the different partners that we have. You know, there are just so many great opportunities to look into new IP, maybe even smaller things that hit on like more sub fan groups. But just kind of continuing doing what we're doing, building off the momentum that we already have, and then introducing new things, whether the product verticals, new licenses, doing all that. Just want to keep it going.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. This was amazing.
All right, thanks.